G'day, welcome back to Dad vs Son. We're going on with Combat Commander Europe by GMT Games, designed by Chad Jensen, and we are playing Tournament Battle Pack Scenario number 2, Blitzkrieg Unleashed, where the Germans have kicked off the war and have attacked Poland. At the moment, the Germans hold the high ground, and the Poles have held fairly well, but they're about to get their bottoms kicked, I think. So it's the Germans' turn. Let's see what they want to do. So they at the moment have a rout hand grenades, not much good. A command confusion light wounds, not much good. A recover with hand grenades, well, the hand grenades is good. Another recover with hand grenades. A move crossfire and hidden entrenchments, but that's for defenders only. So they've got nothing to shoot with, and they've got nothing to advance with, but they can move. So do they want to? Not really. They don't need to recover. They don't need to recover. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of, I know I really wanted those hand grenades on the route, but I'm going to get rid of these two cards because they are my least useful cards at the moment. And that's the end of the German turn. Righto, the Poles really need a recover. So they have their hidden pillbox still. They have their hidden entrenchments still. They have a dig in. And they have a move. Again, no chance of using anything. Okay, let's try something radical. I'm going to move this BAR. So he's going to go 2, and he's out of line of sight. 4, and he is, let's have a look. Okay, so he's in line of sight there. Do the Germans want to shoot at him? And we have 1 fire. I think we're going to save that for life a little bit closer. So that's it. The Poles can't do any more. So back to the Germans, and we're going to concentrate down here for the time being. So the Germans have now got a fire order, and they're going to use it. And to help them, they're going to use one of their recover cards for its hand grenades action, which gives us a +2. Okay, so I'm going to do Lieutenant Schrader here. So he's going to be activated. The primary weapon is going to be this rifle squad here. So that becomes 6, plus the MG is 7, plus the team is 8. Yeah, do I want to bring these ones in? Yes. So 8, 9, 10, and we're coming down 1 is 11. -2 for the hindrance is a 9. Did I count in the +2 for grenades? Sorry. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 for the grenades, and 2 off is 12. And we have 8 there, so it's 20. Righto. What can the Poles put up? Well, they can't use that because it's not an objective. They can't put foxholes there because there's already foxholes. They can't do a dig in. So the only thing they could do would be to use the concealment, which I don't think's really going to help them all that much. So we'll do the mortar first, the weapons team, and they are at 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 and 9 is 21. Wonderful. And the Chasseurs are at 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 and 8, 18. So they are suppressed, which is probably about the best we could hope to get away with there. Righto, so what else can the Germans do? They have 2 moves they could do. Is there anybody they want to move? Well, they don't want to move anybody up on the high grounds, so I would say no. So that will do for the Germans. We'll replace their 2 cards. Now let's see what the Poles want to do. And as we said, they can fire. They can't use that one, they can't use that one, and they can't use that one. So do we fire with something, or do we get rid of some cards? And I think realistically we need more cards. Can we use anything here? No, no, no. I'm going to get rid of the foxholes. Yes. No. Yes. No. No. Yes. Yes. No. Yes. Foxholes is gone. Cards replaced. Germans' turn. So the Germans have their rubbish card they can't use, a recover, hand grenades, a move concealment, a move crossfire, a fire ambush, and a fire ambush. It's just a pity they don't have an advance. So let's see what we want to do here. And I think the best thing is to use a fire action, a fire order to start with. And the first fire order we're going to use is on Sergeant Bierman here, firing down into here. So Sergeant Bierman, so we'll use the HMG, so that's 8, plus 1 is 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, minus 2, is that right? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yep. Minus 2 is 13. Damn it! We've jammed both of our machine guns. At least they got their shots off. Okay. So we had 13 plus 2 is 15. Okay, what can we do? Nothing, nothing, concealment, nothing. Okay. So the first one we'll do is the weapons team, and he is at 9, 10, 11, 12. Sorry. Throwing my foxholes around. So 12 and 10, he's safe, and we have the Chasseurs, which are 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 and 8 is 17, so they're safe as well. Righto, so the second thing we are going to do is use our second fire action, fire order, with Lieutenant Schrader here. And we are going to use our hand grenades again. So, Lieutenant Schrader will do the rifle squad as the primary, so that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, God, I'm good. 12 plus 2 for the grenades. -2 for the hindrance, and we're at 12. And 12 plus 9 is 21 today. So let's have a look here. 21. So again, we'll do the team first. So we have 9, 10, 11, 12. We have an event. And the event is deploy. You may remove a friendly squad from the map. If you do, replace it with 2 matching teams. No, I don't want to. Rightio, so we had 12 and we have 7, so that's 19, which is not enough. So the weapons team is blown away, along with the mortar. So that's another victory point for them. So we're down to 10 victory points for the poles again. And now we do 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So he is blown away as well. Oh, sorry. He's hit. And he's still suppressed. Righto. Not blown away. They're getting close. Righto. And that's the end of the Germans' turn. 1, 2, 3 cards for them. And the Poles. Can't use. We have a fire and a fire. So, a fire and a fire and what to do? Well, fire's no good down here because they can't really do anything. So the only people that can really fire is Sergeant Binochet over here. And the only thing that is totally in range, well, they're both in range for these ones. Okay, we're going to use the fire action. We're going to use the fire concealment order. So fire order. I don't want to use the other one because it's an ambush, so the Germans don't know we've got that, so it might help us a little bit. I doubt it, but hey, sounds good. Righto, so Sergeant Binochet is going to activate heavy MG as the primary. So we have 7 plus 1 is 8. The Chasseur is 9. Shooting up here. Now, I don't think this Chasseur has got a line of sight, mainly because we come across like this. In fact, he probably does. Let's have a look first. So, yeah, I don't see any reason why he doesn't have a line of sight up to there. So, calculating again, we have 8, 9, 10, going up the hill. 10, 9, 8, 7. And that's all we've got. 7 and 7 is 14. Okay, so is there anything that the Germans want to use? They've got a concealment. They've got 2 concealments. But I don't think they need to use them. So if we look at the LMG team first, they're on a 7, 8, 9, 10. And that's 17. They get an event first. And the event is place a blaze in a random hex. And the random hex is J7. So let's grab a blaze into J7. in the wire here. Righto. So 7, we look on these now and we see that the LMG, is eliminated on a 7 or 8. So it's gone. And the HMG is also eliminated on a 7 or 8. So it's gone. So that was wonderful for the poles. Yeah, absolutely wonderful for the poles. That got rid of half of the fire, well, most of the firepower that the Germans had. Righty-o. So the line unit was safe. So the rifle team is a 10 as well. Plus 8 is 18, and they're safe. And that's all that the Poles want to do at the moment. So, Germans, what do we got? So we have a move concealment. We have a fire ambush, a move concealment, a move crossfire, and a card we can't use. Righto. So let's use a fire action. And that's it. And we're going to use the fire action with Lieutenant Schrader here. So the rifle team will be the primary, so that gives us 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 into there. Minus 2 is 10. Plus 7. And the event is field promotion. If not already in play, you may place Private Herzog into a hex containing a broken German unit. Well, that's great, but I don't actually have a broken German unit. So, does nothing. Righto. So they're firing into here to try and take out this Chasseur, who's on a 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 plus 12. Time! So, time goes up to turn 7 of 8 for sudden death. Poles get another VP, takes them up to 11. And we'll shuffle up the Polish cards. Hopefully without dropping them this time, though anything is possible. And then all of these is check for dig-ins. Okay, Poles are shuffled up. Germans. No, 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 and no. But we do have a dig-in for the Poles. So we'll use it. And where shall we use it, we ask ourselves. And I think what we will do... Well, I suppose the only place we can actually put it is down here with the BAR. All the way down the back there. And that at least gets rid of that card. Okay, so the Germans have fired. What else did they want to do? Well, why not, I ask myself. Okay, so they're going to use a move action now, move order, and it's going to be for Sergeant Bergman here. So he is going to order the rifle. No, he's going to leave the rifle there. He's going to order the line unit here. And they're going to move 1. Now, there is no line of sight to them because this blocks it. And these can't do anything. So that's 1 to there, 2 to there, 3 and 4. And Sergeant Bierman is then going to move, and he is going to go 1. Do I want to do that really? No. He's going to follow on. He's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 as well. And he's going to leave the rifle up here to just hold that point. And I've been forgetting to reduce the fire and the incoming fire, increase the incoming fire up here because of the wire. So yeah, I'm a knob. Thank you for not pointing that out yet, simply because I haven't had a chance to put them up and see what your comments are. But that's about it. I don't think we can do too much more. Yep, that'll do. So the Germans are finished. I'll replace their 2 cards. And the Poles have a fire, confusion, pillbox, fire, light wounds. And realistically, I'm going to use this fire simply to use this fire because it'll help to give me some other cards. So I'm going to fire, and I'm going to fire up here again because I've got a bit more chance. No, I'm not. I'm going to fire up here because I've got more chance of hitting them because they're not in foxholes, even though they're in trees. Okay, so again we use the chasseur as the primary. So this is 5. No, the heavy energy, sorry. So that's 8, plus the chasseur is 9. Now this time I don't... Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, he can, but he can't. So we have 8, plus 1 is 9, coming up here. So it's 9, 8, 7 to come up. And nothing to help it. So we have a 7 plus a 6 is 13. Righto. So the German currently is 7 minus 1 is 6. Plus 2 is 7, 8. And he's going to use his concealment. So he's at an 8, but the attack is now only at an 11. So he's in an 8, plus 4. So that worked for him. If we hadn't have done that, he would have been hit. Okay. And that is all the Poles can do. So replace their cards. And the Germans have a fire ambush, a move crossfire, hidden entrenchments which they can't use, a rout assault, and a dig in. So what do they want to do? Okay, so the first thing they're going to do is they're going to use the fire order. And again, they're going to get Lieutenant Schrader here to take this Shazur out. So we have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, minus 2 is 10, plus 11 is 23. So if we can't do it this time, we're really in trouble. Okay, so we have 6, 7, 8, 9, and what else do we have? Nothing, 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 nothing. Okay, so 6, 7, 8, 9, and 5, and he's gone. Whoop. Sorry. So it's another 2 VPs. So we're down to 9 VPs again for the Poles, which is still good. That Foxholes is gone. Righto, what do we want to do next? I think what we're going to do is we are going to issue a move order. And the move order is going to be to Sergeant Bierman here. So the line unit is going to go one, 2. Now, line of sight wise, we have line of sight from this Shazur, and we have line of sight nothing there. So this is the only one that has line of sight. His range is only 3 though. 1, 2, 3. So no good. So he goes 2. He goes 3. Is there line of sight from that Shazur now? There is just. Okay. Fire. 1, 2, 3, 4. So he's in range. Yep. Okay. So we're going to actually use some opportunity fire. The chances of it doing much aren't all that great, but it's better than nothing. So this Shazur here is going to fire at the line unit here. So he has a 5 coming down here, +1 for his elevation. Is 6 plus a 7, which is an event. So we're looking at 13 at the moment. And the event is interrogation. Look at your opponent's hand, select one card, place it in his discard pile. Rightio. So what do I want to get rid of from his hand? I suppose anything I want to get rid of is something that's worthwhile. So these are the only 3 cards he has left in his hand. So it's no good getting rid of this one because he can't use it. So I don't want to do that. The route he can use, but yeah. So realistically, the last thing I probably want him to be able to do is to dig in somewhere, because that could be a pain, especially if he digs in behind me. So do I do that, or do I get rid of the route, which has got assault fire? So I'm actually going to get rid of the route assault fire. And the reason for that is that, yeah, we may get a 12 for a time move again, time advance, but that'll be into sudden death, and we may end up dying in the bottom there anyway. Righto, so Shazur shooting at line for 13, and the line is 7 with nothing to help it. 7 plus 9, 16, he's fine. So he's moved 1, 2, 3, he'll move to 4. And he is now out of line of sight because of the fence and the building. Righto, so that leaves Sergeant Bierman to move. So Sergeant Bierman will go 1-2, and then he will go to here, and he is in line of sight. So again, we have hitting for 4. Hang on. Sorry, hitting for 4, hitting for 5, 6, 13 again, and he is an 8. Plus 5 is 13, and because he is moving, that means he is hit rather than just suppressed. That's a pain in the bum for them. So what else do they want to do? What else can they do? Absolutely nothing. So the Germans' turn is over. So 1, 2, 3, 4 cards for them. And the Poles have a fire ambush, hidden pillbox, which is no good to them at the moment, and a rout. So we could try and rout Sergeant Bierman. We'd need a 10, 11 or 12. Or we could shoot at Sergeant Bierman and try and take him out. Okay, let's try and rout him first. So he's on a 9, so we need a 10 at least. And that's useless. So then we'll shoot at him. We'll use the chasseur here. Again, shooting 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 5 plus 1 for downhill is 6. Plus 6 is 12. But we have a sniper. And the sniper is at L6. And L6 is all the way over here. Does nothing. Righto. So we have 12. He's 9. He's 12. So he's suppressed. Well, that's better than nothing, that's for sure. Okay, fat fingers. Oh, it'd be so much nicer to be able to hit him again. Okay, so that's it for the Poles. They can't do anything else. So we'll replace their cards. And we're up to the Germans again. So we have, again, the artillery request that they can't use for anything. The artillery for a dig-in, which they can use if we get there. A rout concealment. Sustained fire. A fire with smoke grenades. And a sustained fire. So they've got nothing to actually move with or recover with. So, do we just get rid of cards? Or do we try and shoot? The only thing we could really shoot would be, again, here, shooting down into here. Or up here, shooting into here. And I think probably the best bet would be this mob here. So I'm going to use the... Or am I? No, I'm not. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to get rid of this stupid card that I can't use. And I'm going to get rid of this card. And I'm going to get rid of this card. And I'm going to get rid of this card. And I'm going to get rid of this card. So 5 for the Germans. And see what we've got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's the end of their turn. And just give me a sec and I'll be back shortly. Sorry about that, back again. Just had to do something for she who must be obeyed. Rightio. It is the Poles' turn. Let's see what they've got. So, they have a move spray fire, a rout hand grenades, a fire ambush, and the hidden pillbox. So, we still don't have a recover. Okay, so I suppose realistically, okay, so the first thing I'm going to try again is to rout Sergeant Bierman. So that'll be my first order. So he is currently at an 8, so I need a 9 or better, and I only get a 6. Okay, that didn't work. So we are going to, again, fire at him using the Shazir here. So again, here's a 5, coming downhill is a 6 into here. 6 plus 9 is 15. And he is an 8. And is there anything that can help him? Absolutely nothing. Okay, so he is an 8. Plus 6 is 14. Which means he is gone. So that is 2 VPs for the Poles. So they're back up to 11. Wow. Okay. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. I've got to try and stop this line getting off. So I'm going to use this move order as my final order. And I'm going to use this VAR all the way up here. He's going to go 0, 1, 2. He's still out of line of sight of anybody. 3. And he's... Let's just check his line of sight. So he's in line of sight of the rifle. There. Do the Germans want to try and take him out? And I suppose the answer would be yes. Are they in range? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No. So it's not going to help. Okay. So he's moved 0, 1, 2, 3, and he will go 4, 5 into there. And hopefully that means that if this bloke goes in here, we can at least try and blow him away or stop him. So that's the end of the move of the turn for the Poles. So Germans have a dig in they can't use, a hidden pillbox again they can't use, a move which they can, a route which they could, a fire which they can, and a fire which they can. So the choice is what to do. So I think again the first thing we should probably do is fire using Lieutenant Schrader. Or should we just move Schrader and all his mob, blah, diddly bop, across here and try and get them off the board? And that might actually be the best bet. So we're going to do that because the Germans need the points. So they're going to use the move order. Lieutenant Schrader has been done. So the light MG is going to go a 1, 2, what's he got? 4, there's 5, 2, 3, 4, 5 into the house. And there is no line of sight to him where people can shoot. The rifle will follow. The lieutenant will follow. This line unit will go 1, 2, 3, 4. And again, there is no line of sight to him. And the rifle unit will do the same. Okay, so that's that. Can't do that, can't do that. Fire. Okay, we're going to use a fire order, and simply this rifle's going to fire down here to try and take him out. So we have 5, 6, 7, 8. Minus 2 is 6. Minus 1, sorry, is 5. Get it right. So we have 5 plus 7 is 12. And he is 8 plus 3 is 11. So I think he's pretty good. Yep. But it got rid of a card. And the other one is... Again, we are going to try, we're going to use the fire action for our fire order, and we're going to actually come back up here. And I'm going to get the who. Okay, the rifle is going to fire, so he's got a 5, 6 into there. So 5, 6, and that's it. So it's a 6 plus 4 is 10, and this gentleman is already at a 8, 9, 10, 11, but that's okay because we're trying to get through cards and annoy him as well. Okay, and then the last thing is we're going to do nothing. Righto, so that's our 3 orders that we could use. So we'll replace those cards, 1, 2, 3, which means that the Germans' card deck has finished. But until they actually need to draw a card, I don't think we need to actually turn it over. And the Germans don't want to because it's the sudden death, the next one. So let's go into the polls and see what they can do. So we have a hidden pillbox, still can't use that. We have a recover, a move and a fire. So the first thing we're going to do is recover. Right, so who do we recover? And I think the first person we're going to try and recover, of course, is going to be Sergeant Russo up here. So he is at an 8, 9, 10, 11. And we have 7, which is great, but it's an event as well. And the event is dust. So we get smoke in a random hex. And the random hex will be H4. Okay, which is over here. And we get a random. Sorry, just trying to reach. And we get a 2. And H4 just up here. So that's not going to affect anybody. Right, so he is done. And the suppressed markers can come off there. And then the suppressed marker can come off here as well, because I can only unsuppress 3. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and rally him as well. So he is at 9, 10, 11, 12, and we get an 8, so he has rallied as well. Now this could put the cat amongst the pigeons for the Germans. So I've done the recover, and now I have a move and a fire. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use the move, because I want to get Sergeant Rousseau out of here if I can. Do I want to do that, or do I want to do that? Yes, I do. Okay, so Sergeant Rousseau is going to go a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 into here.